There are lots of things going on right now. Droughts, wars, tariffs, and there's lots of items, your prepping items, that very well may be in jeopardy. So I'm going to list 17 items for you, straight from the news, so that way we can be prepared, because we're either going to see prices going up, shortages, or both. And just a quick Google search, you can see all kinds of different articles. Both sides of the aisle, by the way, you got to make sure you're ready for this. And even Walmart said there's empty shelves coming. This is really frightening stuff. And a lot of people think that, it's not going to happen. And you know what? Maybe it doesn't happen. Well, either way, guess what? You go ahead and stockpile. So if you start seeing empty shelves, at least you're prepared ahead of time. But you know what? If you did prepare and there's no shortages, great. You actually just have a better stockpile anyway. So stock up on these items. So we're going to go through this. It's just simple logic. Stock up these items now. And if nothing happens, well, that's even great. But we'll always, as preppers, we want to be prepared. First off, coffee beans. We've seen droughts in specific crops leading to crop failures in Brazil and Vietnam. Definitely bad news. Who are the coffee lovers out there? Coffee is awesome. And if you want to store coffee, a little bit on the difficult side, especially if it's ground, the beans store better. But if you want instant coffee, it even stores better than that. But there's lots of different ways. Research it and stock up on your coffee now. Number 2, olive oil. I love olive oil. Good stuff. Spain and Italy just suffered the worst olive history they've ever had, at least in decades, by the way, through droughts. And we've already seen supplies drop by 50%. Same thing, if you love olive oil like I do, stock up now. Number 3, toilet paper. Along with the tariffs, we've been seeing problems with pulp and plastics too. Hopefully your toilet paper is not made out of plastic. But with the pulp, they're not able to manufacture near as much as they could before, and the prices will go up as well. Of course, we've seen the good old toilet paper fiasco in the past. Don't leave without or get caught without this time. Number 4, canned goods. Oh yeah, what do I talk about canned goods all the time? Cans and shipping are in big trouble because of the steel and aluminum. A lot of times the steel we get from China, the tariffs have gone up on this. We're having problems with that. Combine that with, of course, food inflation, and now canned goods are in serious jeopardy. They're only going to cost more. So whatever canned food you love, buy it now and stock up on it. Number 5, pasta. We've actually seen problems with the grains over the past few years, but specifically the tariffs now are actually making it more difficult, even though there's actually a pretty good supply right now of the grains coming in to make pasta. But of course, now with the tariffs, it's going to be more expensive. It's a great long shelf life staple for a lot of people. So if you're a pasta person, stock up in your pasta now. Number 6, batteries. Predominantly lithium, but other components to make our batteries come from overseas, and the tariffs are affecting this as well. Get lots of your batteries, AA's, AAA's, whatever you need. But when we see a lot of the rechargeables too, they're certainly going to start going up as well. On that note, this one hurts right here. Number 7, solar gear and the lithium batteries that go along with it. In other words, solar generators. We've already seen a price increase in these, and even seen notification from some companies that they can't get their solar generators out because there are problems with it. So make sure you get yours now. Get your solar panels along with your power station sooner than later. Personally, I always recommend EcoFlow. I have other ones I've recommended too, from Bluidy and Mango. In the description below, keep scrolling down. You'll see some of the different models I love. But in my opinion, EcoFlow is way up there. 8, because of the plastics, which we saw before, pulp and plastics, bottled water. Now, I'm not a big fan of buying small bottled water unless I'm like going on a trip or something, but for long-term storage may not be the best. But either way, if we see problems with plastics with those, well, the bottled water that you normally get, even if it's the bigger jugs, may be more expensive also because we don't have as much plastics for the smaller ones. So you'll see the whole market could be affected by this. Number 9, some people are going to hate this one, wine. The party is over. We've seen heavy tariffs on this, up to 200% on specific European wines. Well, that's bad. Retailers and collectors have already started stockpiling. Make sure you get yours because, of course, the price is going to double. Number 10, peanut butter. Such a huge prepping item. I always say get the natural peanut butter, not the monstrosities that have all kinds of nasty stuff mixed into it. But either way, even though the United States, this is where we get our peanuts from, we've seen problems with tariffs and fuel shortages or fuel surcharges, and now that means the transportation for that will get pricier. It's going to be more difficult. Not to mention gas prices are starting to go up. So if you like your peanut butter, stock up in a lot of peanut butter now. And sometimes we even see right during this time extreme weather coming in, so jump on the bandwagon of getting your peanut butter before that happens. Number 11, flour. We already mentioned wheat and such. And flour, of course, comes from worldwide grains that we get in the United States, and the tariffs have been messing this one too. We're already starting to see a price increase in flour, so make sure you get that. Get a sealed buckets and whatever you need to do for that. Some people freeze it. That's the best way. Number 12 is rice. Rice is huge, such a huge staple for preppers. And we actually export a lot of rice, but we even import it from places too. Tariffs and shipping bottlenecks, we're seeing some huge rice shortages worldwide. In the United States, not as much, but it's starting to affect us and prices are going up. Japan, for example, is going through a huge problem with rice right now. And so it's just a matter of time before it hits the United States. Number 13, canned fish. Oh, got to get your fish. Canned tuna and salmon, depending on the harvest and shipping, we've seen lots of problems, including the war, tariffs, and other restrictions causing prices to go up and shortages on these as well. Canned fish is one of the best things you can get, like sardines. What a fantastic prep. Number 14, over-the-counter medications. We get a lot of them from China, which when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's disgusting for me. I don't know why. I just feel like it's like just serious subgrade products. But we're seeing a huge tariff problem with this too as they're coming in, and we're already starting to see disruptions. I always recommend you get the big bottles of the over-the-counter medications. That way you'll last a lot longer. Number 15 is baking powder. Obviously, if you like to go into baking a lot of your own goods, which is great, some of the actual chemicals inside the baking powder are having problems because of tariffs. Again, well, that's kind of scary considering the chemicals in there for making the baking powder. But in this way, you make sure you get some extra baking powders in case you like to bake. Number 16 is cheese. I am such a cheese guy. Cheese is under threat from tariffs and dairy trade restrictions. Of course it is. Droughts and feed costs are causing serious problems as far as this dairy industry. Aged cheese, in my opinion, is better. It lasts a lot longer. And there's a lot of things you can do. Like I get my cheese from Azure Standard. There's a link for that below too. And I get it in giant, massive 5-pound blocks. And if it gets a little bit of mold on it, even when I first heard this years ago, I was like, what? You can't do this. Just cut off the moldy part and you can still eat it and it's perfectly fine. That's one of the beautiful things about cheese. And then finally, number 17, canning supplies. You name it. Jars, lids, the bands, all that face steel and such that we have, and glass tariffs are going to make it so it's much more difficult to be self-sufficient. In a few days, I'm going to show you some canning jars I got from Azure, and we actually have an Azure cool thing coming up for you. We're going to have a giveaway where you can get some of your own Azure Standard canning jars. But I mentioned Azure a couple times in this video. Again, if you look in the link below, you can sign up for them for free, it costs nothing, and have a lot of really good stuff delivered to your house, especially, not delivered to your house, but delivered to your area near your house. And that's beautiful because, well, guess what? If we do see shortages, you can get this stuff in bulk now and help prepare. So put it in the comments below. What have you seen? But even more so, what else have you heard that we're going to be seeing shortages on or prices going up on? It's just a matter of time. The world's in chaos right now, and as preppers, more now than any other time, we need to be ready. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you very much. Subscribe and like, and we'll see you next time.